Welcome back. Markets are moving on the midterm elections this morning. One of the top questions following yesterday's election is how the results will affect the booming economy. Take a look at markets right now. Dow Industrial's up 185 points. The S&P 500's up 24 and the NASDAQ up 83. Joining me right now is the CEO of Broadridge. He is Richard Daly. And Richard, it is good to see you this morning.
Great to be back.
Thank you so much for joining us. So what's your reaction to the midterms and how it impacts markets?
So for 4 decades, I've been going to the SEC. So to me, it's not about midterms. It's about the presidential election. So there's no change at the SEC. I feel great about the roundtable that's going to be taking place at the SEC next week. So for me and Broadridge, the most important thing, again, is who's in charge of the SEC. And right now, we feel very good about that.
But what about the fact that Maxine Waters is going to be in charge of the Financial Services Committee? She's going to be the chairman. Is that going to impact the regulatory environment in any way? Is that going to put more focus on the banks and the investment houses?
At Broadridge, our role is to engage retail investors and to enable the corporate governance process to work. So, candidly, regardless of who's in charge or which side of the house or who's in the White House, all right, everyone agrees that retail investors are important and that they need to be protected. So it really doesn't impact what Broadridge does. Now, you say there'll be more regulation, less regulation. That's been a dialogue for me for a very long period of time. And at Broadridge, we enable people with technology to meet those regulations more cost effectively. Mm-hmm. So I don't think regulatory change is anything new. And I think as we go forward, there'll always be dialogues about more and less regulation.
Well, I love the fact that you said, look, I've been going to the SEC. You're going to be participating in an SEC roundtable. I know that as you step down as CEO to become chairman. Give us a sense of where the growth comes from right now at Broadridge. You just reported better than expected first quarter earnings. We want to know where the growth is at the company right now.
All right. So the future of Broadridge, I call it the ABCDs: AI, blockchain, cloud, and digital. We're leading in fintech on all of those activities, and that will transform our industry. The industry needs to mutualize cost. We need to better engage investors. We need to take out the $20 billion the industry is still spending on paper and postage with digital communications. So we're well positioned across all of those aspects.
So what happened yesterday in the conference call? Obviously, the stock takes a hit following the comments on the conference call about guidance. Tell us what you're giving in terms of guidance and what went wrong.
You know, it's a great question. I got up yesterday morning knowing this would be my 47th and last call as CEO, and I felt great. By the way, I feel great today as well because I know the best is yet to come. We issued guidance, okay, which was well received in August because we're a fiscal June 30th year end. We reported very solid progress 1 quarter into that guidance, all right? And the explanation point on that was about 2 weeks ago, we announced a transformative fintech deal in wealth with UBS, arguably the most significant fintech wealth deal ever, all right? So in terms of not only the financial update that we provided yesterday, we provided a meaningful strategic update within the last 2 weeks about the opportunity to really transform and create another great franchise in Broadridge at Wealth. Mm-hmm. Now, at the end of the day, when the market reacts very differently than you expected, and in 47 earnings calls, I'll tell you, I haven't had this much of a whiplash difference in reaction. So at the end of the day, when we stepped back and took a look, we went through the transcript. Nothing we would change there. We looked at the Q&A. There was one answer about second quarter revenue,
right?
Okay, which remember, we reaffirmed the full guidance for the year,
yeah,
all right? And one answer in second quarter revenue, we answered accurately, but gave a pretty wide range of the impact of revenue quarter versus quarter, because last year we had strong revenue from P&G and the ADP proxy contest.
Right.
So we narrowed that range down, and we also yesterday added an additional comment. We don't provide quarterly guidance, but we issued a press release narrowing that range and stating that the recurring revenue, which is the most important aspect of Broadridge, for the second quarter would be 5 to 7%, right in line with the full year guidance.
Yeah, but bottom line, are your costs about to go up? There's an article in the Journal today, which I thought was great, about corporate America facing higher costs in general, higher transportation costs, higher input costs, higher expenses, margin pressure. Are you facing margin pressure right now?
No. Our margins are going to go up this year. I've been running businesses for a very long time. I've been involved with this activity for about 4 decades. I've been running this specific business unit for about 3 decades. So I don't, when I think about next year, think things like fuel, taxes, when I said property taxes, things like that are going to go down. So managing cost, okay, with technology and driving cost out with technology is standard operating procedure at Broadridge, and I believe a lot of fintech companies.
All right, we will leave it there. Richard, thanks for answering the questions today. I know it was a lot of talk and conversation about the conference call yesterday, and we appreciate you addressing it.
It's great to be here, and I look forward to talking about all the technology and what it's going to do going forward.
Yeah, because fintech is hot, and I know that you've been using technology in a great way. Yours is a political family, though. I mean, the Daly family. Any reaction to the election last night?
Well, first of all, I'm D-A-L-Y, although I do have the same number of chins as the Daly family.
All right.
All right?
Thank you so much,
So
Richard.
it's great to be here.
Good to see you. Richard Daly there.